quickly. Freaking fiance, man. He already has all my birthday presents. But anyways, okay. I love this thing. I've talked about it before, but I just reset it because I feel like it was getting out of control. And I'm really excited about it because I put jalapeno this time for my like watermelon jalapeno margaritas that I have once every freaking 3 months. Worth it though. Okay. I charged my charger thing, but hold on. It's already happening. They have a hard time, like the first night that they switch houses, I feel like they have a hard time with going to sleep. Will you check on Avery? She's calling me. Okay. Also, I've been loving using this light just because I like using the reddish light. I feel like it balances weirdly because it's already kind of orange in here, but it counteracts it and I can like change it to more blue and stuff. Ooh. Maybe I want a little bit more blue. But anyways, yeah. Hello, you guys. I'm eavesdropping. I probably should have just gone and checked on her since I'm eavesdropping. Anyways, today we're going to be doing... I need your guys' advice because basically we changed... If you joined the other lives, we like completely changed our wedding plans. And I'm also going to upload a vlog. But I always try to think of ways to like put out content early or put out different types of content for subscribers. And this was obviously a great way to like let you guys in on something early. But I can't decide if I should like film this the same time for YouTube because it feels kind of weird that I'm literally going to get off of this and then film a YouTube video saying the same thing. But then I thought it might take away from the exclusiveness if I film this for YouTube, if that makes sense.
Levi's already out.
Huh?
Levi's already asleep.
He fell asleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, Levi, I think, laid down a whole 10 minutes ago.
Not even,
Yeah. He falls asleep so fast. So, originally we were getting married in June because that was like a perfect year from when we got engaged. Everybody says you need a year. And so we were like, okay, that's how long we need to plan. But then, yes, this is live right now. Now we're getting married in January. Hold that thought. Hold on. Okay, anyways, we're getting married in January, and we originally didn't want to do that because we were like, well, one, that's like 6 months away from when we got engaged, so it felt really rushed, and then second of all, January's cold, and that's like our biggest thing is we both don't like the cold. I don't want to have to wear like a jacket over, what do you even wear with a wedding dress, like when you're cold?
You suck it up.
But does everybody do that?
I don't know.
Or is there like wedding jackets? I don't know. That's just not... I mean, I guess you're in like a tux that's...
I would be fine. Unless you're wearing like a long sleeve, you'd probably be miserable. You'd still probably be miserable if you're wearing a long sleeve.
Yeah. So, going back to our original plans again, we were also going to get married in Utah because we love where we live. It's beautiful. Affordable venue... Affordable?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that word. Or the concept.
Because they're not affordable.
Affordable venues. A lot of venues to choose from. Just kind of like everything. There's every reason to get married here. But not in January. It's covered in snow and I will not get married in the snow. I would just rather not get married, to be honest. The trend now is jean jackets on top of the dress. Huh. Huh. I won't be contributing to that trend. I love jean jackets, but over my wedding dress? I don't think so. Also, oh my gosh, guys, isn't my Botox better? I don't know how I feel about this Botox situation. What do you think?
You don't have the crazed eyebrow anymore.
Oh my gosh, yeah, kind of though. It's still kind of crazy.
No, it's not.
But it's way better than last time. Like, when I got on live last week, you guys, so many of you were like, what's wrong with your eyebrow? And I was like, that's when I realized it, is when I did the live. I was like, what is that? It's still kind of, she's got a little bit of attitude to her. But, okay. Anyways. Once I chew gum, I'm just like a whole other person. It's so good. Okay, so you can't get married in January in Utah. Got that covered. So we're getting married in California, which if you guys know, I'm not a fan of California. I think it's overpriced. Just everything. There's actually, the only thing I do like is the food is way better. And like, whatever. I don't like California, okay? But it's warm there. And it's in the U.S. Like, we've debated going to Mexico or somewhere out of the States, but not everybody in our family would be able to do that. And so, or want to do that.
Yeah, I was going to say financially, and they just probably wouldn't want to travel.
Yeah. So, yeah, California is kind of where we resorted to. We are still figuring out all of the details, like the exact venue, the exact location, but we definitely know Southern California, more beachy towns, and we don't know if we want to get married on the beach. Well, okay, before I go there, we're also not getting married, like typical.
Well, we're not having a ceremony.
Right. So we're going to get eloped during the day with just us two and then like some witnesses. And then we'll have, after that,
The reception.
We'll have the reception. I always get the ceremony and reception confused because they both just seem so boring and like sit at chairs and watch people. So I just confuse the two. But anyways, the party, the celebrating with our family and friends, we will like come back after we get eloped and do
After we get eloped.
Yeah. What do you need, baby? Yes. Can you reach them? Okay. So yeah, that's kind of like the biggest thing is that we're doing it kind of different in that way because we're having like a wedding, but we're not having a wedding and we're doing it all in one day rather than like getting eloped. You know, a lot of people do it way before and then they get married. And we went back and forth between like all the options between what was financially best, what was best, or what sounded the most fun and all of that. And so, yeah, now that we have it all kind of set, like those details, now we found a wedding planner. We found a few vendors that for like photos and videos, and we're just kind of like going through the list of what kind of vendors we do want because again, we're not having like a whole reception.
Ceremony.
What are we having?
We're having a reception. Ceremony is like
the ceremony, right?
Ceremony of the ring or something.
I'm never gonna get this down.
Get that.
So what is elopement? So elopement is basically where we will go with...
Yeah, normally elopement is like you and your significant other. In this case, it would be Kyra. Me and Kyra go and we each have one witness. I bring my best friend. She brings her best friend. We go and get eloped and no one knows. That's usually, or not no one knows, but you tell people after the fact. Now, we're kind of doing like a mix. Like we're getting eloped. We're having probably like 3 or 4 people that are really close to us with us. And then instead of just telling people after and not having a reception or like a party for it, we're going to have the party directly after we elope. We just like the more intimate.
Yeah, we're not people who like want to read our vows in front of people. We're not people who like want to have everybody just staring at us when we're just up there getting married for so long. We'd rather like celebrate and just do the fun part, which is the point of a wedding for us. Everybody's different. We don't care about the official, well, I guess I should speak for myself. I don't care about the officialness of being married. I've never been that type of way. I'm just excited to like be his wife, but I don't want to stand in front of everybody and do that whole thing. So this, like he said, keeps it really private and intimate between us, but then we get to share it with family and do all that fun stuff. Yeah. Afterwards.
In our eyes, at least.
Mm-hmm. What do you need? Okay, she was just getting her jammies on, baby. They get annoyed when one of them gets out of their bed because they all share a room. You know, when one of them gets out of bed to do something, the other one automatically comes out. I can't sleep. They're doing something. I'm like, oh, you weren't even sleeping anyways. What made us choose January? That's a good question. I feel like we just were like, we want to get married sooner. January is also one of the cheapest months you can get married. And I feel like...
We can't because of my job.
Oh, yeah. I was like, why did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does taxes. So any time that it's like...
My busy season starts the first week in February, maybe a little before, like third week, fourth week in January. And it lasts till middle of April. So that's kind of the big cutoff. And then we are going on a trip in May, so we can't really do it before May, like in that April time period, and we can't do it in May because if we did it before May, our honeymoon would be going into the extra vacation.
Well, it would just be, yeah, because where we're going in May is an international trip, and it's not our honeymoon, so we would be getting married in May.
We'd be getting married in April, honeymoon, and then come back and then get directly on another flight.
And have a whole nother honeymoon.
So
yeah, it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, that's why we were doing June. So it'd either be January or June.
And why we moved it up, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but one of the main reasons that we moved it up is because we were just like, he came to me one day and was like, aren't you supposed to have your dress already? And I'm like, I don't know this shit. And it stresses me out, and I'd rather be really stressed and get it all done in a 6 month period and like not be done with it, but like not have to stress about it and just get married, than like just plan it for a whole year. That just seems excessive. I understand how you could spend that much time, but I think I would go crazy spending that much time doing that. I'm also really impatient. Like, I'm not the type of person who can sit here and tell you what I'm doing next. What month are we in? October?
You can't tell us what we're doing Saturday.
Literally, I can't tell you what happened yesterday. So it was like stressing me out, and I was like, why are we waiting? Yeah, elopement is like, a lot of people do elopement to like save money or to have a wedding that's private, or, you know, they plan on getting eloped, which is marriage, but then having a huge wedding later down the line. Like, let's say you got engaged when you were 18 and you want to get married at 18, but you don't want to, or you can't afford a whole ass wedding. So you'd get eloped, you're still married, you have like a really small ceremony, it's officiated, whatever. And then in 10 years, you have this big wedding. So like, there's a lot of reasons why people get eloped. It's still a marriage. It's just very private and more about the actual marriage.
A lot of people in the military get eloped because in order for their significant other to live with them on base, or even outside of base, basically to live with them, you have to be married. So that's why a lot of military people get eloped, so they can just do it real fast, and then they'll have the party or ceremony or...
That's another thing too, like, you don't have to have all this. When you plan a wedding, you do need, or you usually have vendors and stuff. An elopement is like, you literally just need a witness. And what's the person called that married you? I can't remember that. And then that's it, you know, so you don't need all this jazz. The honeymoon right now, we're planning on having it like literally right after the wedding.
Okay.
Keely keeps trying to not get in the live, because that would be fine, but she's trying to push over my phone, push over the light. Getting an elopement and then a reception is such a good idea. I agree. Like, once we thought of that, how we actually thought about it was because we were sitting there planning stuff for the wedding, and I was just getting overwhelmed. I was like, there's just no way all these things can happen in this time, and the venues that we liked, like for June, it was just a lot. Okay, I don't even remember the exact conversation, but I remember being very overwhelmed, and basically I was like, we just need to...
I think most venues and stuff kind of, like, ceremony kind of requires a venue because it's a nice place to get married. Like, you know, you have the arch and the aisle and all that stuff, and so I feel like a ceremony kind of requires a venue. If it's just the reception, you can go party and get all these, like, you can go party, get a catering company, get a DJ at anywhere. You can do it at Airbnb, you can do it in a
Well, it's
hotel
just
room.
Also the concept of telling, like, even if you're doing it at a venue, telling them that you're having just like a small party versus, or like a small event versus saying you're getting married there. They literally, and we've had this happen to us, will upcharge you like $10,000 more because they found out it's a wedding. So we also are able to be like, oh, we're having like an event, a celebratory event, and it's a quarter of the cost. And cost is important because one, like money doesn't grow on trees, but also we are going on a really extravagant 2-week honeymoon. And that's kind of more important to both of us to spend our money on. So we can't justify spending, like $30,000 on a wedding. Also, I just wouldn't do that in general. I'm not that way. I don't think you are either.
No.
So also going back really quickly, because I remembered what happened that day and I didn't really explain it right. So it's going to come off as confusing. We were sitting there planning our wedding for January because we knew we had wanted to move it up. And then I was like, okay, we're getting married in January, and then we were looking at all the venues and stuff, and all the venues were literally upcharging us so much because it was a wedding. So I was like, how do we have a wedding without telling people that we're having a wedding so it doesn't cost so much once we realized that? And then we couldn't figure it out, and we tried for, I think, like a week, and then I just got overwhelmed and was like, let's just wait till June. And then we both were like, well, we don't want to wait till June. We have to find a way. And then we were like, why don't we get eloped? And then
we were like, well, if we get eloped, then we might regret not celebrating with everyone. And that's where the reception came in afterwards, is because we're still getting married, and then we still get a party with everyone after and celebrate with everyone after.
Right. Where in Africa do you guys want to have the honeymoon? That's a good question. I want to get a travel advisor.
I don't know what's it called. Rhonda just said it yesterday.
Did she?
Yeah, she said she's gonna get one for where we're going. Let me look at that. Travel agent. A travel agent.
Yes. If you guys know any good ones, message me, because we definitely want to make sure we do this trip right. I'm not going to go back because how I'm going to get there in the first place without panicking will be interesting. But I am really excited. We're going for 2 weeks, so we're hoping to kind of go to different parts and see different things. But yeah, I'm really excited. I feel like I missed the shots and stuff before Africa. I have also heard of that. We need to look into that.
Oh, yeah.
You have to get a bunch of vaccines.
Okay. Kyra's got a passport now, so.
Do I?
Yeah, remember Cancun?
This gum is getting really nasty. Thank you. It's like melting in my mouth. There was a question I saw. Oh, the kids. The kids will be a part of the elopement and a part of the reception. They will not be at all of the reception, especially once it gets later in the night. Like, there will be hours where kids shouldn't be there. We will not allow kids at our wedding other than
those kids.
You okay?
Yeah. I need to go potty.
Okay. She came out of Levi's room.
Her demeanor changed so much.
I know, what'd she do? Did you go in there?
No.
See, I don't even notice if he was sitting in front of me this whole time. Where is we're getting married in California.
SoCal.
Guys, today I emailed the wedding vendor and told her yes, by the way. The wedding, what did I just say?
Wedding vendor.
The wedding planner. So yeah, I'm assuming we're going to be on lots of calls in the next little while because she says we need to be completely done planning with a month before.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I broke this. This is going to be gross, but I broke this finger in high school and
yeah, she broke it.
I went to the hospital and they told me it was broken. It wasn't just like I stubbed my toe. You guys, he stubbed his toe one night and I get it. That's like the worst pain ever.
Dude, that thing was bruised and the toenail fell off.
Okay. Now the toenail fell off. I was there, like you're not telling me a story. It was black and blue.
And the toenail ended up falling off. It just was on the small pinky toe.
Okay, well,
so you couldn't.
Sure. Point being,
big of a toenail.
He didn't break it. It just really hurt. But he told everybody, and he continues to tell everybody he broke his toe. Yes, baby. I feel like I have to save it from. Good night, baby. I love you. Your jammies are so cute. You look beautiful. Are they extra cozy jammies?
No.
Sure. Of course not. They look extra cozy.
Okay.
The breath smells good. Did you brush your teeth?
That's a good thing.
That's smart.
Okay, go lay down, baby. It's time for bed. You guys are an hour and a half past bedtime. It's a little redonk, don't you think? Your braid looks pretty.
Can you come in?
I always do. I will be in soon. Okay, I'm going to explain one more time, just to clarify. The elopement part. We are getting eloped the day of in the morning, and then in the afternoon we will have a reception.
Yeah.
I am going to get it one day, I promise. To the elopement, we will have like 2 or 3 or 4 people.
Total.
Total.
And then the kids and us.
Yeah, and then the kids, and then the person who marries us.
Yeah.
And us.
So like probably like 10 people total.
10 people, but that's including 4 children.
Yeah.
And the person who marries us. And then we will have a reception with all our family and friends. We're doing that because, one, we just don't want the tension of like people staring at us while we confess our love. And we want to confess our love. Like, I want us to do vows and stuff, but we would not fully do that comfortably. Like, my vows would be way shorter and way less genuine if it was in front of everybody. So that's one reason. The second reason is we're saving like over $10,000 by not having a
ceremony.
That is just bothersome.
Yeah.
You guys should have heard me when I was talking to the wedding planner and explaining
She was
this.
getting so confused.
She's like, wait, so you aren't having, you do want that? No, you don't want that.
She started just saying, well, you'll have the ceremony or reception or whatever you're having.
Yeah.
She was just over it too.
Have you looked into wedding bands to match rings? So I can't fully answer this because he's sitting right here. But I can tell you that I've been on TikTok lately and they're showing like pairs of rings that you buy together. So like his and hers. And they're really cute. But I'm like a huge person on, this was like the ring that he chose and like that's the ring he proposed with. But I do love the idea of like a matching set. So I'm like, maybe we need like multiple pairs of rings. Because you can have like your athletic band,
See, this,
you know?
No, guys, this is the problem. Is she wants to save money and do this stuff, and then she's like, well, let's get 6 different pairs of rings. One to wear
Not
on
literally.
Sunday, one to wear when we go to church, one to wear when we cook dinner, one to wear in the shower.
That is not true. Okay, my only thing is with this ring and being a pearl, and so many of you guys know this, it is so delicate. The pearl scratches so easily, which I've actually never had happen. And I'm just scared to like, what happens if something does happen to it, or I'm not even going to say it. Like, I'd rather have my original ring so safe.
Yeah.
But then what's the point if I don't really wear it and I wear the other one? I don't know. I go back and forth. It's TikTok's fault. They keep showing me shit, you know? Yes, his parents are coming.
What kind of question?
My mom married my stepdad in our backyard. There was a dozen of us, and we went to a restaurant for an after party. It was perfect and so cheap. Yeah, I feel like because we don't care, we're not the people to care about a wedding like that. It's just not worth spending the money just to say that we did. There is things that we both want in the wedding, but yeah, that like having, and we're still going back and forth. Our wedding planner is giving us different ideas about, having the after party or the reception at a restaurant, like a really nice restaurant, and rent out like a private room, or doing it at like a hotel, like convention type area. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, where was I going with my broken finger? Oh, my broken finger. I have this like, this is going to sound so gross. I'm kind of like, I'm sorry, but I get like extra scabby skin on the side. Is that like how I would word that? Like, the skin dies a lot more often. You couldn't tell. Like, I mean, you can tell that it's probably broken, but listen, it's still broken. That's what you still say.
Oh, 100%. Fingers are still broken.
Are you going to film it? Yes. I actually just started I just had a conversation with a videographer / photographer, like, team. And I really want to do a vlog style wedding video and then like a traditional wedding video. Yes, baby, go look in the freezer if there's another one. Well, we both have at your bachelor and bachelorette party. This is something we don't know if we're going to do.
STR?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Keely. We don't know if we're going to even have those just because we're getting married in January. So again, there's just not a ton of time. But if we did, it would be more like going on a trip for like 2 nights, even if it's like a staycation with our friends or whatever. And yeah, as far as having strippers there, I don't know.
I won't.
You're so lame.
I'll just go golfing.
Bring a stripper. What do you call those? Caddy girls? I'll be
I
a
would do
caddy
that.
girl. Can I just dress up and be the caddy girl and act like I'm not me?
Yeah, sure. 'Cause no one will know.
With a cute little... Oh, it's about 500 feet from my... I mean, listen. I think it's a great idea. I'm liking this idea. Are you excited?
Me?
Yeah, are you
very
excited?
excited.
Stressed? What are you feeling?
I'm excited.
That's it?
Yeah.
It's your only feeling?
I'm very excited and happy. And
What are you most excited for? Now I'm asking you. You're the, and I'm the.
getting married. I'm excited to have a ring. That I am excited for. See you in your dress. That'll be good.
You're not really excited for that. No man is.
What?
To see me in a dress or to see any like their person in a dress.
I'm very excited.
Is that
for
a real thing? Like I feel bad. I feel like women
Yeah.
are like so excited for them to see, and then so
Well, I
many.
think it depends on if you actually like the other person or not.
This is true.
Yeah.
You do usually only speak the truth. So do you like me?
I do. Yeah.
So you're excited?
Comes and goes, but I do.
Are you gonna cry?
I hope not. I mean, I hope so.
You better.
Kyra's gonna have a shank in her back pocket.
I think you will get teary-eyed. If it's just us,
I think so.
I don't know. This is one thing I'm glad I'm not necessarily like we don't know how we're going to do the elopement, but I'm glad that there's no like walkout necessarily, because I would never make it to the end of the aisle. Like I would just bawl. Do we have a special song? We have a couple.
We have 2. And they both have sun and moon in them.
We only have 2.
2, yeah.
I feel like there's a third. Oh, I have a third. You don't even know it. You don't even know I feel that way about you and that song, and that it's our song, and that it's so important. Just kidding. If I said it, you would know.
Oh.
But we do have 2 songs. We just need to figure out which one's like a first dance and which one is like whatever else.
Last dance.
Are you going to have a first dance?
I hope so.
Yeah, I think he wouldn't marry me if that was not a thing, because
I like dancing with you.
he's like the type of guy who's like so nice that it makes you concerned that he's like maybe a serial killer at the same time.
I'm not that nice.
You dance with me in the kitchen in the middle of the night. That's not normal. That's like beyond amazing.
Just like her a little bit.
Look at the cat. Keely's sneaking up on something.
Probably whiskey. She's trying to get whiskey's attention.
We definitely are doing first look. Will you tell us the songs after the wedding? Yes, I want to actually have a whole website. That sounds extravagant. It's just going to be like a website with like all the vendors and places and links and songs, and hopefully it could be helpful to somebody. You know?
Yeah.
Serial killer, sexy. I know. Do you want to play that tonight?
We're not very keen to role play.
Yeah, I'm not. I would just laugh the whole time.
Yeah.
the entire time.
I would.
I'm
be
keen
like,
to
I
other
would just
things,
Judge
but
you the whole time.
the fuck you would judge
If-
me? Judge? No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You would
Like,
be.
is this acting good or is it not?
You would be into
Are you-
whatever.
Are you playing the role well, or not?
This is what you're thinking?
If you were role playing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you're full of it. I know you, and I know the look you get in your eyes once we get around to snuggling. And you would
snuggling?
definitely
Yeah,
be down
role
for
play.
whatever.
No.
I'll get back to you guys on that. We're going to follow up with that tonight. I'm going to be the chef, and you're going to be the sous chef. That's hilarious. That's like the worst kind
That was a
of.
bad one. Yeah. Sous chef. I don't even know what a sous chef
They're
is.
like, they help like prep, you know, like
Oh, gotcha.
you
I'm
chop.
gonna hand you the sushi. You're gonna roll it up into
And
that
I'm gonna
roll.
put it on the plate. That's hilarious. Thoughts on boyfriend moving closer to you after a month of dating? If you want him to, and this was talked about, I love that. Life's too short.
Closer or in?
Closer. And who cares if it was in?
Well,
Let him
I'm saying, well,
live.
there's a difference. If it's closer, it's like
But if you're implying that you didn't want him there, or he just like moved all of a sudden,
without your knowledge.
yeah,
or
like
consent.
all of a sudden he's down the street.
But,
Hey,
like-
neighbor.
I feel like that's a loaded question. Because how far away were they in the first place? Are they still a good amount of distance away? Or are you talking about, like, did they move in? You know?
Elaborate. I just got an interesting message. Closer, and yeah, we wanted it, but now I'm like, shit, it's too fast. Don't worry.
Sorry.
How dare you laugh? I think that if you feel, just trust your gut, but be patient. It's change. I'm imagining you guys were like states away.
Don't feel bad for it.
Yeah.
Because if you get into a relationship feeling bad or sorry for someone, it's never going to last. You're just going to resent.
True. God, you should start a relationship podcast.
No.
We were 45, now it's 15.
Yeah, definitely don't resent then. Or don't, like,
I wouldn't put that much pressure behind
No,
it. It's not like they
no.
move states for
yeah.
you.
Sounds like it's not even like a situation where they change jobs or anything.
Yeah.
Like,
I think feeling uncomfortable or like, it is change, but just go with what you feel. You always know, we always know on the inside. Sometimes it's just, will you let Whiskey out because he's going to kill her. You always know, and the longer you wait to follow that, the worse the outcome for everybody involved.
he's so mean.
I know, I don't know why. I think he's just used to being outside with all those other cats. And okay, invitations by mail or paperless? Definitely by mail. I love stationery. I'm a stationery haw. And so, which that gets expensive quick too. Oh my gosh. I found some invitations that were like $90 that were not really cute, but they were $90. So I was like thinking, okay, it'll be around, $90. I found a cute invitation, $700. And you guys, we're having a small wedding. So I'm like, no, I actually looked up how I got the paper because I want that handmade paper is what it's called. But it's like that used old-fashioned looking paper. And then I'm going to buy a stamp that says our names on it. And then, the information. I don't know what my dress is going to look like. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's going to be white.
No, I kind of now want to wear a different
Or
color.
yellow.
Ew. What? Okay.
Or green.
No, baby.
Yeah, that was stupid.
I'm going to wear white. It was rude of
I
him
was
to
right.
predict that,
was
though.
right.
You're calling me predictable.
Well, it is a wedding.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
I'll
Okay,
talk
so
to you.
I don't know what I want to wear. I want something sexy, but I kind of want something big and poofy. I kind of want something slim. I want something with a train, a veil, but maybe I don't. I don't really know. I have my mom's wedding dress, so part of me was like, maybe I could do something cute, not with her dress, but like incorporate it into my dress. But I was like, I want this one to last, That was so mean. But it's the truth. Like, even I've had people ask like if I would use but like people's rings or whatever, and like I could just never do that. Even if it ended as a great marriage, but then how would the ring be up for grabs?
Yeah.
I just don't like that. I feel like
They die.
let everything have a story, you know?
My grandma still wears a ring. My grandpa died like 15 years ago.
Well, I know, way to make it dark, but that's what I'm saying. She doesn't just take it off and offer it up to somebody else.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, any ring that would be up for me to take that wasn't a new ring
No.
probably isn't, like, a good luck ring.
Yeah, no.
You wouldn't wear her pearl necklaces, at least. I did debate that. My mom loved pearls. She wore a lot of pearls on her wedding day, but I don't have any pearls from her wedding day. I have everything else, every love letter from every person ever. Like, my mom kept everything, which was fun and hard and weird to go through when she passed, but no pearls.
Yeah, there was.
Oh my gosh, funny story, guys. Kind of. It's kind of sad, but it's funny. It's both. So when my mom passed, she had this, like, I'd say tea set, but it's a lot more than a tea set. There's like a bunch of plates, like,
This is a China set.
yeah, like, you know, one of those things that like in the olden days they would put in their see-through cabinets that they take out for like Christmas and Easter. So my mom had one of those. I think it was my granny's. So I didn't keep very much from my mom because of my own issues with her in our past, but I did keep some things, and that's one of the things I kept because I knew it was really special to her, and I thought it was beautiful, and I thought it would be something she appreciated if I kept, if that makes sense. So I have it in our dining room, and it's like high up, like you can't reach it. You need like a stool to get it down. What?
I know where this is going.
Oh, you know the story I'm gonna tell? So it's, anyways, we've had it up there for a long time. We've used it for,
I think you've used it once for that tea party.
yeah, I used it for a tea party and whatever. I have loved having it. I think it's beautiful, and I think one day the kids will really appreciate it. Wow, that sounds like my mother. But anyways, my dad was here, and I think everybody doesn't really, it's not just you guys that are confused with my relationship with my mom. Like, I think a lot of people, even in my personal life, don't know how to approach a situation like our dynamic, you know? So he was here and he was helping with the floor, and he turned the fan on, but the fan was like one of those big, not industrial fans, but kind of.
Nostalgic fans your mom used when you were 6 years old.
Yeah.
To heat up that, or warm up, or cool down the house.
I'm
Jeez.
sorry, are you on drugs? So he turned it on, but it was facing the ceiling. Anyways, it blew a board I had set up there just to get out of the way. Like a couple days before, it blew the board over, which blew over a couple of the items. And I still don't actually know what they were because all the plates and cups and stuff, like the gravy bowl's still there. I don't know what it was. But anyways, it fell, and my dad just instantly looked at me like, I don't know if you're going to laugh or you're going to cry. Like, he felt so bad and didn't know how I was going to react. Yeah, and I just kind of laughed because I didn't want him to feel bad. And it was just like, of course. Like, of course that would happen, you know? But I felt so bad for my dad. He was literally shocked. Do you think if she was still alive, you would have her at your wedding? No. I never planned on that, even when she was alive. I think that would have been best for everybody. I think it will be weird. I'm not gonna lie, like trying on a wedding dress and like the day of, maybe it'll feel emotional, but I also always felt really confident in that choice and made that choice way long ago. And even now, I could confidently say, like, I wouldn't have her there, so. Oh, that's a good idea. Make a getting ready robe out of her dress. Like a silk. I don't even remember if her dress is what it's made of, but.
I don't know.
It's really fluffy. But, like.
I think it's very, like, meshy. I don't think that's the right word, but.
Meshy fluffy. Wow, we know a lot about this, don't we? I do like that idea.
It's about 10 feet away from us right now. You go grab it.
Was her passing expected? Definitely don't have to answer. No, it was not at all. I mean, it wasn't, I guess.
It wasn't. It was not.
Why are you laughing?
Because of where we were when...
Oh, yeah. When we found out about it, I had got my boobs done like 2 or 3 days before. Yeah. I think I got them done on like a Thursday or a Friday, and it was Monday.
She got them done on a Wednesday, and we were at her checkup on Monday.
Yeah, I was at my checkup
barely walk.
That was in the same parking lot of the hospital that my mom passed at, which, mind you, my mom nor myself lived near this hospital.
Yeah, it wasn't close.
So it was just so weird, and I guess a little backstory is I have always hated this specific hospital. When I don't know if you guys remember, but when I put myself into labor with Avery, one of the worst days ever, and the best, but one of the most painful days ever for sure. We were driving past that hospital, and I was like, I'm not stopping there. And I was like on the phone with a different hospital, the one I was trying to go to, that was like, if you don't stop, like, you could have this baby on the side of the road, and like, you can't do that. You've had C-sections, like, you need to think about it. And I was like, no, this is a horrible hospital. Like, it was horrible. I always just felt weird about it. And so whatever, we made it to the hospital that I wanted to have her at, had her there. It was great and dandy. And then fast forward to now, this is the hospital that my mom passes at. And again, neither of us lived close to it. She was transferred from
Ogden.
Yeah, a different hospital.
Mm-hmm. Which is about 20 minutes away, and we're about 20 minutes away from that one. Mm-hmm. Opposite direction. So it was literally like we met in the middle. Yeah, so it was just like really... It was so weird. So anyways, we were at my checkup, and I'm still on like Oxy at this point, and I think I was on a lot less, or at least I felt a lot less out of it. Can you button this? So they called, and without getting into too much detail, I didn't really acknowledge too much of it because of a past and all this, and then they kind of expressed the severity, and so I went and, you know, she was pretty much gone. And so then the next day is when I waited for my brother so that we could make the choice together on if we wanted to... I hate saying pull the plug now that I've been through something like this. It seems like such a vulgar way to put that, but yeah, we had to make that decision. And so I obviously wanted to wait for him, especially because he was close with my mom, and I felt it was his choice to make, not even mine. So yeah, it was just crazy, and like with everything happening. And then meanwhile, I'm like at the hospital and taped up and on all this medicine, and it was so weird. It was just the weirdest situation. Something we should never go through.
She moved to Utah years ago, and then my brother moved back. So my brother and her lived in Montana, and then they moved to Utah. And at that point, our relationship was getting better. And then my brother ended up moving back to Montana for personal reasons. And then her and I kind of stayed in contact for a little while. And then it just really plummeted. I mean, it got to the point where I came to terms that she was never going to be a part of my life again. And so we didn't talk for about like a year. And then...
I never met her.
You met her.
Well, when we were dating, like, it wasn't.
Yeah, no, he met her at, like, events we had years ago, but, like, not as...
a significant other.
Yeah. So, anyways, she... shortly before, like, I want to say, like, Halloween time, before January, so last Halloween, she started reaching out more. I don't know if I would call it reaching out. I would say more, like... lashing out, but either way I heard from her, and that happened up until
a couple days before.
Yeah, like a couple days before. So yeah, we were not on any type of good terms when she passed either. I don't think that we ever would have been, to be honest, just because of like my whole life situation. And so yeah, you just never know when somebody is going to pass. I don't know that I would have done anything different, to be honest. I think whatever happened was between her and I was bound to happen anyways. And it just sucks, like, that's a thing out there in the world, you know, where people just that was the craziest thing when she passed. Like, I've told you so many times, my mom had walked into an urgent care expecting to come out.
Yeah. Felt nauseous.
Yeah, she felt nauseous. And then that was it. She never, I mean, she came out, but in an ambulance to go to another hospital. So, what did your mom think of the breakup? I don't know. She never said anything about that. We didn't talk about that. I think I did respond to her once or twice when she had reached out. Like, kind of just, like, you know, wishing you the best. I'm sorry you feel this way type of response. Yeah, I think it's really hard for a lot of mothers and daughters, to be honest. I don't think that it's a super unique situation. Sometimes I want to believe that it's a unique situation because I don't want to think anybody else has to, like, hear the things that, or go through the things that I have heard and been through. But at the same time, I think it shaped me into who I am in a really cheesy way and taught me the mom that I do want to be. So that's all you can do, you know, is just try to learn from it. And thank goodness, like, typically people who grew up like my brother and I end up on not a good path at all. And I'm very grateful that although I have my problems, and a lot of you would probably say I am crazy and all these things, I am very grateful that both of us are pretty good, you know, we're pretty normal. As far as how she passed, I don't think I really want to go into that because I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if my brother would be offended by that. And that's all I think about when I say these things. Also, it was kind of complicated. Like, I mean, we have an answer now, but it's still not the most clearest of answers. So, I will say, I do think I did a lot of good things. Like, when she passed, I did try to do the things that people recommend when you have a hard relationship with somebody and they're passing. Like, you know, say the things that you want to say and, you know, be there. I was there for all of it. So and to be honest, in the beginning, and maybe that was just the way I was coping in the beginning, but I didn't want any part of it. So it was really hard to be the main person responsible for, like, all these choices and things going on that were happening really quickly when I just didn't even want to be involved at all. And so that was weird to kind of go through those emotions of, like, okay.
You handled it really well, especially for how she treated you. You handled it really well.
Yeah, I did try. And I think it helped having my brother there because I was able to just focus on him and supporting him and doing what he needed me to do, or trying to do that, you know. I do get along with my brother, yes. It's hard to be close with somebody who's in their early 20s who's just, like, having the time of their life right now. Like, we do talk occasionally, and he's come to visit multiple times, actually. But it's not something where I'm, like, we're texting all the time. He's busy. When am I going dress shopping? That's a great question. Now that, again, we have the wedding planner, we'll start getting a lot more things in action. Just up until now, we were trying to figure out, like, what we were even doing. Yes, so we're not gonna, well, I don't know, I guess we haven't even thought about that, but I don't think so. We're not gonna write each other letters on our wedding day, because we'll have vows.
Yeah.
You know?
I would like to just tell it.
Not like, and maybe on our anniversary, like, each year we'll write a letter.
Is it over, baby? Okay. I'll come change it.
We do have different dads. My dad was very involved, though, in my brother's life, and at one point even wanted to adopt him. So yes, he is my stepbrother, or no, not my stepbrother, my half-brother, but I don't think of it like that. He's just my brother. I have so many drinks sitting right here, you guys. Favorite cake flavor. I don't really like cake, so he's in charge of... He's awake now? Cake flavors.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Has to
I
be.
love that for us.
I can't.
I went to a wedding. The cake was beautiful. All the desserts were beautiful because they did multiple. Nobody touched them. Because they were, I mean, they did the cake cutting, but then, like, you're drinking and partying, and so I'm not worried about really having a lot of desserts. You know?
Yeah.
Obviously a cake for cutting. Or do you want something specific?
No, just get a cake. Eat it. Keep it simple.
Have your cake and eat it too?
Yeah.
Is it the same?
Chocolate cake, vanilla frosting. Keep it simple. Super moist.
We should start a podcast when we're married.
Okay.
What should we call it? Married at 50th glance.
Fiance and Kyra. No, it's already
No.
the husband and Kyra. Kyra and husband.
What if I just start, like, vlogging you completely once we're married? Like, really confuse everyone.
God, then I'd get really shit on.
So what? Send him the link, baby. Send him your Cash App.
Yeah,
Is that
have
what
you
it
guys
is?
seen my, what is it called in my bio on Instagram?
Your link tree?
Yeah, have you guys seen that? Got some good links in there.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He's even got his Tinder link in there.
I do.
That's my favorite one.
Me too.
I go there and I try to match with you every time. Would you ever go back to couple vlogs? I mean, never say never, but honestly, I just like my content to be about, not just about me, because I obviously talk about you and, like, this is the ways that I show you or whatever. And same with the kids. Like, I feel like I have little pieces of everything else in my life, but the main thing is me, because when I'm making the content and I'm editing the content, I think it's only fair that I only show myself, you know?
I agree.
So, I don't know, maybe tomorrow I'll change my mind and I'm going to change our channel name to, like, Kieran Preston, not even
Who's
fiance.
that? I think it's the first time you've ever said my name on anything.
That's because, you know, you never know. So I'm just like,
Keep
maybe.
them on their toes. They
But,
thought my name was fiance up until then.
but no, I just don't love that idea. So many years, you guys, like, I put people on camera that I don't think they appreciated it. Even if they said yes, you could just sense their discomfort. And I'm just like, never doing that again. And so, plus, I'm the one who likes to talk. So I'm enough, right?
Heck yeah.
Will you be changing your last name? Absolutely. If I could change my first, I would. Although my dad really wants me to hyphenate
He wants
it.
to hyphenate it, yeah.
I feel like we kind of have to do that. It's just going to sound ridiculous. Kyra Renee Sivertson Smith.
We have to hyphenate it?
Wait,
Is that what you said?
I said I kind of feel like we have to hyphenate it.
Whatever you think.
Do we have to put a hyphen?
Yeah. That'd be the weirdest Sivertson.
Why is there no hyphen between Renee and Sivertson?
Because it's two separate names.
What if I have two middle names?
Okay.
What if I put a second?
You can do that. You can change your middle name to...
Would you be offended if I put? Not that I would even make this decision based off of you because it's my name. And I love you and I care about your opinion. But also, what do you think?
Doesn't matter what I think.
You don't like it? My dad would kill you right now if he heard this.
Listen.
You love it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's set. What are the reasons you want to be legally married? So we can repopulate.
Yeah.
Overpopulate? Add to the
Both.
population.
All three. I think it's good just to get that expense out of the way, to be honest.
But why make it an expense at all?
I've literally tried to tell you that, and you say, well, no, I would regret it. I can't.
Will you have a prenup? Please don't. I really want to take all of
I
your
want
money.
one for her sake, but she won't do it.
Guys, I'm flattered. I'm honored But I would take everything from you, and I would hope you would do the same for me.
No, I would not take everything from you.
There wouldn't be much to take. I spend everything by the end of the year. Guys, I would never listen to each their own. And like for Britney Spears and like don't even
Guys,
get me
I've
started.
tried.
No, don't even say that. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. If I'm choosing to get married to
yourself.
somebody,
But I understand that. Yeah.
I want to go, I'm just like the person that goes all in. And if you're already protecting yourself from the get-go, then like, girl, good luck. And even in relationships where it didn't work out, I've never given a shit about the money or anything when I've left.
Yeah. I listened to a podcast the other day that just these people were getting married, and the guy was like he makes millions of dollars a year.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl, he wanted her to sign a prenup. The girl signed a prenup with her left hand.
And that's not her dominant hand.
And then when they got divorced, she claimed that she didn't sign it. He said, yes, you did. Then
They had a hand signature
They
person.
had a handwriting expert come in.
Calligrapher.
And she wrote it with her right hand, her dominant hand, and they said, yeah, no, that's not her signature. This prenup's not like legally correct, I guess is the proper term.
Yeah.
I don't know, and so she ended up getting like half his money because
Yeah.
of it.
I think that, I definitely understand why certain people do it. And like to each their own. I'm not judgmental of anybody who does. Just me personally, I feel like if I did that, I'm going into that already with concerns and trust issues. And I just don't want to do that. And I know my work ethic. And if for whatever reason, which we would never, I would trap you in the basement.
Yeah.
But if we ever separated, money would be the least of my concern, because when you like, I don't know. It's just no. Okay? No. That's my answer. I completely took off my maiden name and just added my husband's last name. Made it less complicated. That's what I've always thought I was going to do. But my dad is like really sad. And I feel like because I just don't care that much, like keep it. I would have Kyra Smith as like everything I signed, you know.
And you can have two
And I
names.
wouldn't go by, like, yeah, call me Kyra Renee Sivertson Smith. Just like nobody goes to somebody and says, like, call me by my middle name too. Don't forget it. Like, no, they just say their first and their last.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Or
Are
you
you-
can delete everything and just put Kyra. Just Kyra.
That is so ugly. I'm so mad at my mom for so many things. But Billy, Kyra was the worst thing she could have done to me. Like, nobody can say it. She spelled it.
When I got the license plates today, the girl comes out.
Kyra?
For Kyra? It's like, is it really that fucking hard to say?
You know what, though? I've never cared. I actually, at one point in my life, was like, my name's Kyra. Like, I just felt like it was easier. But they're both just kind of ugly. So
They're not ugly. I like Kyra.
you better love Kyra. Okay? Are you planning to have kids as soon as possible, or wait and enjoy marry life, then try?
We'll enjoy the honeymoon. How about that?
If you know what I mean by enjoy. I don't really know. I go back and forth, guys. Not that it's just my choice, but like now that we're married, happy wife, happy life, you know? I am impatient. Like I really want another one. But I also feel like I should wait to have more to be able to give all that I can to the kids that are here now. So I don't know. Listen, ask me when if I take my pregnancy test what I feel.
What?
Nothing, I'll tell you later. What's the most surprising thing that you have learned about each other?
How business savvy she is.
She's just smart.
Yeah. Not smart. I knew you were smart, but how
I have a lot of caffeine in me, okay?
how business savvy you are, I think, was a surprise. I knew you were smart, but not like that business savvy.
That's so nice. That's one of the nicest compliments I've ever had.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean it. I've heard you say it before, so not in this moment, but like, I remember when you first told me that, I was like, Fine, take my soul and eat it too.
That's the most PG.
Do you have like another?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. What's something I learned about you? Oh, that's a good question.
I don't know. What do you mean?
My mind's going to the non-PG things too. I would say, for one, how romantic you are. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you were great as a friend, but I always thought you were just kind of this, not just
Asshole.
like a college football player, you know, like you thought you were 18 feet tall and
Well, I was.
18 feet long, and
I wasn't that. That would be weird.
so as a friend it was fine. I didn't give a shit. You were funny. I'm kind of a dick too, so like it worked. But now that we're together and I'm seeing this romantic, loving, snuggly version of you, I'm just like, fine, I'll give you forever. Don't beg. Are you on birth control? No. I haven't been on birth control since I was like, well, that's why I got on it, I think after Alea for a whole 5 seconds, and it was the shot. Don't do that. They should make that illegal. It might be illegal. I don't know. And then before that, like high school, I took the pill a couple times, like on a Tuesday and then a Friday, and then never again. Pull and pray. Pull and pray, and I haven't been going to church, so I hope that he's upset with me and doesn't come through.
Or he hopes he comes
No,
through.
no, you.
Sorry.
You. We should start a podcast. This would be so fun. Except we'd have to show your face, because this is, like, kind of lame. But I don't know if I want to show your face.
Listen, I just do what I'm told.
Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Noted. Same, just living by the grace of God.
It's not pull and pray. It's
stay and hope. Stay and pray.
No.
Stay and pray is what we do around here, and we like it. It's comfortable.
well, it depends on the day. You know,
The day.
we're strategic around these parts about
Yeah.
when we pull and pray and when we stay and pray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You got your calendar.
Yep.
You got your temperature to know when I'm getting a little bit of a fever that day. I would love to do a podcast, genuinely, guys, but I don't even know what we would do. We would just bullshit around.
Yeah.
We would definitely get canceled at least 5 times.
Yeah. It wouldn't.
Like, our humor is too dark and inappropriate and, like, sometimes political, and it's
a
just...
lot of times political.
Well, on your end, I just laugh and stay and pray, you know, that nobody was recording that.
Yeah.
So, he's awake now?
Yeah. I swear when I walked by earlier that he was asleep, but he's awake when I walked by.
He's listening to Little Einstein, but the rap edition. I love that. Stay and pray. That's just so funny. Can I make that my bio? If I could change my bio every day to like a saying that I love, that'd be so fun.
That would be cool. Huh?
I mean, I could do that, but that'd be like creativity. My quote of the week that I put on our family board is hard enough for me to come up with every week.
That is difficult though. Like,
Did you see what it was this week?
No.
Sharing is caring. The kids have not been sharing though. What plans changed? Okay, really quick recap. We're getting married in January. We're getting eloped, and then in the same day having a
reception.
And then we're going on our honeymoon right after.
Yeah.
This is just not good when it's been sitting in cold. And there's paint in it. Yep, there is.
No, I believe you.
The lot kind of reminds me of the Kourtney Kardashian gossip. And I love it because it was their pictures were so timeless, and I just feel like you fit that era. Who's Erica? I don't know.
The what?
The lot?
Is that where? In Vegas? Didn't she say something about Kardashian?
So you thought Vegas? Nobody
Yeah,
said
because-
anything about wedding.
Oh.
Would you want a boy or a girl next if you had the choice? Boy. Yes, baby.
Can I get something?
What?
The pink thing that goes on your hair.
I think that's on Alea's bed. Ask her if she has two. This, you guys, is... Okay, I'll come in there and help you. I'm almost done with this. And then I'll help you find...
Where it is, it's in the back.
Oh, okay. This is the apple cider vinegar drink that I talked about when I showed the Amazon Prime Day deals. It's a reel, so you guys can go back and look at it. I really like it. It's like it has vitamins, and apple cider vinegar is the main reason I drink that, because I used to take it as a vitamin. I've also taken it like just straight up or mix it with my water, and this has it in it, and it tastes really good. Girl name, I'm so set on one. Yes. Okay. Why do you need to... Why? Okay, go. Do it. One needed to get something. Now one needs to wash her hands. It's always the thing.
I think she said hair.
Hair?
I think maybe. Hope not.
Boy names are hard. I don't know.
Yeah, we haven't really thought of one.
Yeah.
The girl one we have, but boy.
I wonder if it'll change. Like if we get pregnant with a girl, if it will change. Okay, guys, I forgot I have to go film a YouTube video repeating all of this again. I feel like I should have recorded it, but then it would have taken away from the
Personalization.
the exclusivity. That's a big word,
That was a good one.
you know.
That was good.
But I love you guys. Thanks for watching, listening, putting up with me mostly, because I know that's not an easy task to do. I'll let you guys know if we start a podcast.
Yeah, we'll just keep you updated.
We're going to call it Kyra. Any ideas? Yes, I will save this live so that you guys can watch it if you just got here. But yeah. Also, I'm going to upload a vlog tonight. I just still need to finish filming another video, film another video, and then edit and upload. But I'll be fine. I need to teach you how to edit. You know? Just quit your job.
Yeah.
But I can't pay you.
No.
So,
Yeah. That's fine.
never mind. We'd have to live in a box. Or sell my body, which I'm debating. Okay, bye guys.